Hello Internet, this is Alex the Sudokus and it is Saturday the 22nd of November 2020 and we are frantically looking for the browser window for New York Times Sudoku. Okay, I just found it. I've got too many windows open and okay, let's do the New York Times hard Sudoku and get rid of that chat. Stupid bots. Okay, so let's see. Let's do some pencil markings for ones. And we are going to do this with the Snyder notations. I'm going to do it a little bit quicker today because my friend is doing a stream at the moment and I'm trying to finish up quickly so that I can jump on and keep her company. So I'm just going to do some basic notations to see how far I get. Yes, whoa, Sudoku. Haven't you got a narration job to do? You got some voice acting to do, Juice. Okay, 5, 6, 6s are here and there. 7 is locked in here and a 4. So I guess Juice is very good at multitasking. Which he had demonstrated before by playing Borderlands really well and staying on chat at the same time. So 7s, 8, where it's like I'm already struggling to kind of look at chat and do Sudoku. I've had to quit out of the Discord thing because the sounds was being weird. Hold on, I'm going to try and jump back in. Yeah, I can't seem to change the sound settings. Options. Apologies, anyone on Discord volume control. Ah, here we go. Just turned it down the volume on Discord so I can continue. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so let's continue on with the 8s. Can't see anything with 8. I can place the 9s there, and I think that's all I can do with the 9s. So this may be the first round of notations done already, and I'm not getting a huge amount done. So let's do another scan. I can place another pair of 1s over there. Oh, the 2s can actually be pencil marked in now, so that locks a 2 there. So this 2 locks a pointer pair of 2s, unlocking a 2 up there. And anything else? Not that I can see. I've got a pair of 6s here. Oops, 6s here now, thanks to that 7. So are 6s bound in the columns? I don't think they are, so let's go back to 3s then. 3s, 3, 3, 3, can't see anything on 3s. 4s, 4s, 5s, 6, I feel like there's something about the 6s, but I'm not sure what. 7s, 8s, hold on, let's look at the 7s for a second. Yes, okay, so there's a triple in this cage with the 3 and 7s blocking these 2 cells. I've now got a 3, 7, 9 triple there. That creates a pair, a matching pair. So I'm going to try something a bit different today because anyone who are watching this on YouTube who have kind of subscribed because of my Sudoku post yesterday, you're probably familiar with I think it's old number or older number on the Sudoku subreddit. Let me have a look on the subreddit. But he's quite purist when it comes down to Snyder notations. Let me find his username. Reddit is being, yeah, oldie number 77. So he doesn't like to pencil mark in triples. He only pencil marks in pairs. So I'm going to try and do it his way today. So the 7 and 3s are locked from these two cells. So they are a triple here. So I know that, and I know that this has to be a matching pair. So what is the matching pair? So these are 3, 7 and 9. Therefore I'm missing 6 and 4. So I can pencil mark those in because they're still in twos basically. So with those 6s pencil marked in, I can add the 6s there and the 4s over there. So does that give us anything? Don't think it does. I suppose that leaves me a triple on this row. So let's explore that. I'm missing 1, 9, 1, 9 and 5, and I can't deduce any of that. Ah, okay, so now I've got a triple of 1, 6 and 5 there. I'm really hating that I'm not doing these pencil markings. So under normal circumstances, I'll always pencil mark these in. So 1, 6 and 5 are a triple here. That means there's a 9, 8 and 2 triple there. And 8 can go in here. So I've got 9, 8 and 2. 9, 8 and 2. 9. So that means that can't be a 9 anymore, because this is the 1, 6, 1, 5, 6 triple. So I've just located a 9, and locating that 9 means I can finally pencil mark in the 3s and the 7s in this cage. So what was this again? This is 8, 9 and 2. So these are 3, 4 and 7, and I can't deduce what they are just yet. Okay, that's fine. We can move on from that. I'm just going to mute for a second so I can blow my nose, but I'm going to find my tissue first. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe it's time we do another bit of notations. Yeah, let's do another round of notations and see what we can get out of this. Ones. I reckon this K should be useful, actually, yeah. So I can see there's a pair of 4s locked down here. This is a quadruple, and what is the quadruple? I'm missing the 1s, which are up here, and the 3s, which I can't actually see. They can go everywhere at the moment. So I probably need to do something about the 3s first. So let's carry on. 2s, 2, 2, 2. Can I do more of the 2s? Not that I can see. Nope, I don't think I can do anything with 2s. 3s. 3s are still quite rare. 4s. Not seeing anything on the 4s. 5s. 5, 5, 5. So 5s are locked in these 3 cells. Down here. Nothing special about them really. 7s. 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 8. I am finding this quite weird because I'm intentionally leaving out pencil markings that I'll normally put in. And I think if I struggle with it, I am going to give up and do, oops, I meant to pencil mark in the 9s here. So this 9 and that 9 actually locks a pointer pair there, and that creates another pointer pair. Can we use that is the question. And I don't think I can. I've got 9s locked in those cells. Nope, that's not useful to us at all. Okay, so let's have a look at the weak areas around the puzzle. This was 1, 1, 5 and 9, wasn't it? So it'd be really useful if I can deduce a 1 somewhere, but I don't think I can. And certainly I'm not getting any 5s. So 5s. Yeah, there are not enough restrictions on the 5s to do anything useful. So what's going on in this column? This is 4, 6 and 8. I can't reduce that yet. Oh, hold on. What's in this cage? I'm missing 1. I haven't pencil marked in the 1s and oh, damn it! I thought it was a 6. So I'm missing a 1 and 3. So that's 1 and 3. So that means there's a 1, 3, 1, 3, 7 triple actually. So this cage, I've pencil marked in the 2s and 4s, but I haven't pencil marked in the 1s and 3s. So that means both, and I can't see a 1 or 3 on this cell, so that has to be a 1 and 3. So that forms a 1, 3, 7 triple. That means that leaves me a 4 and 6 pair, and with that I can deduce the 4 and 6 because I've got 6 in this cage. So that resolves those, and I don't think the 6 is going to do anything. Oh, the 6 is now locked in these two cells, so I've got a 6, 8, oops, I've got a 6, 8 matching pair, so that pushes out the 4 and resolves the 1 and 7, and that 7 is going to resolve the 3, which in turn resolves the 1. This can't be a 4 anymore. These are 2s, oops, 2s and 3s. That means that's also a 7. So I hope that kind of logic is useful. I don't tend to do it this way because normally I would have had all the pencil markings in that cage, for instance, and because there was a triple, I think there was a triple up there, and there are 2 sets of triples over here. So, but it's still working for us so far. It just requires a bit more memory to kind of figure out what's going on. Anyway, I think now we should be in a good place because this 1 now resolves the 1 and the 9 over here. The 9 is now restricted in these 3 cells. That, on the other hand, is not super useful. So, what else have we done? I've got a pair of 1s there. So that's sort of 1s pencil marked in, I believe. I think it's time to look at the 2s. So the 2s are now locked in these 2 cells, thanks to that 2. And they're locked on the top row, but we're trying to be a purist with our Snyder notations today, so we're not going to pencil mark them in, but we can pencil mark in a pair of 3s there. So now I've got a 4-3 pair, which unlocks the 9, and this 9 doesn't do anything else because I've already locked the 9s in that column, and the 9s are, I believe, locked on the top row. Oh, I can pencil mark in the 9s actually because of this 9 over there. So I've got a pair of 9, pair of 8, and I've got 2s on the top row. Okay, let's go back to the 3s. That's what I was on. So the 3 here locks a pair of 3s there. These 2 3s gives us a pointer pair of 3s, and I've got 3 possible locations for the 3s here. 4s, got a pair of 4s there because of these 2 4s and that 4 there. So that forms a 1-4 pair. Interesting. So I think that's sort of 4s pencil marked in, but before I move on, I'm curious if the 1 and 4s, the restrictions that they've created actually helps us. So let's have a look at all the other numbers here. So now I've got 2s locked in those cells, 3s I still can't deduce, 5s are locked in those cells, which is still not useful. 6, 7, 7's on the bottom row, 8's on the bottom row, so no. The 1 and 4 pair doesn't do anything for us within the cage. So let's look at the row for a second. These are 2, 3, 6 and something else. 2, 3, 6 and 5. So 2, 3, 5 and 6. 2 and 6. So this is 3 and 5. 2, 3, 5 and 6. I don't think there's actually... No, there isn't any other... It may be a unique quadruple, so let's move on in that case. We know that all the 4s are pencil marked in. So 5s again are locked as a triple over there, but we're not pencil marking not pencil marking them in at the moment. So 5s are all triples, except for here, which is a pentagonal, and here, which is a quadruple. Oh, actually, I can, yeah, this 1 has been resolved, so that actually places the 5 there, which means that has to be a 1, which resolves the 4 in 1. So I was being a bit lazy there, not forgetting to look at the weak areas. And I think this 1 means all the 1s are now done. So what about the 5s? Can the 5s be restricted? Yes, actually. I can lock a 5 there because of this 5 and that 5. So that resolves the 6. And the 6s are now locked in these 2 cells, thanks to these 2 6s. And yeah, I think that's all the 6s pencil marked in as well. Anything going on here? Doesn't look like it. Certainly not restricted by the 2s and 2, 3, 6. So I'm missing 2 numbers there. What am I missing in this cage? I'm missing a 2, and a 2 can see into this cell. So this is a naked single, and it is an 8. So, oh no, hold on. I've got 2s in there, pencil marked in already. So it's not 2 that I'm looking for. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5s. Oh, 5s are now locked in these 2 cells. So I nearly made a terrible mistake. 8s are now locked in these cells. So this is 2, 5, and 8, and I can't reduce it. So okay, let's carry on then. 5s are also locked in these 2 cells because of these 2 5s. Locked in these cells, locked in these cells. So not super useful. Let's have a look at this triple quickly. It is a 4, 5, 4, 5, and 8. Well, I've got 4. Oh, yeah, this 4. Oh, it's not even 4, 5, and 8 because I've got 4s up there. But this 4 has actually resolved the 3 and 4. So I'm not being very good at cleaning up the pencil markings today, so need to be conscious of that. This is a 2-3 pair on the row, and I've got a 2 looking down on this cell, so the 2s and 3s are now resolved, locking a pair of 3s there. And what are these? And these are 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 9, and I can't place a 9 yet. Okay, so let's leave that alone for now. Place a 3 in this cell because I've got a 3 there, got a 3 there, and a 3 there with pointed pairs. So basically I've got 4 separate 3s looking into this cage, therefore that has to be the 3. Doesn't help me with anything else. Let's look back on this. This is 5, 8, 5, 7, and 8. Oh yeah, I really can't do anything with that, can I? So that's a bit rubbish. Maybe worth looking at this cage. What is this? This is 2, 6, and 8. 2, 6, and I've got 2 and 6 there. 2, 6, and 8 on the row, and I can see 2 and 6. So this must be an 8, which resolves the 8 and the 6. So this can't be a 6 anymore. It has to be a 2, and a 2 is now locked down here. Basic Sudoku, and a 2 goes here. So now I've got a pair of 2s up there. So that's all the 2s pencil marked in. I have now got a pair of 5s and 7s, so why do, well actually 5 and 7 can be resolved because of the 7 over there. So the 7s and 5s are locked in those cells, therefore this has to be an 8, which we could deduce on the column anyway. So the 8s are also locked in this cell because of this 8 and that 8 there. And also this cell because of this 8 and that 8. So with that being an 8, I can resolve the 8, 9, and 2, but also the 5 and 2 and 6 and 3. So the 3 now resolves this 3, and that has to be a 9, and this has to be a 9, that has to be a 5, and this therefore has to be a 7, 7 and 5. So quite an easy New York Times hard today by the look of it. Okay, so let's do the LA Times Expert Sudoku. Just gonna load it up. Hope Elaine is doing well. Let me jump onto Discord for a second. Yes, she's still playing that, so hopefully I can finish this quickly and then jump back onto chat. Okay, so let's get rid of the highlighting, which is something I have to do every day, and just quickly look at the ones, and I can't see any ones. Twos I can lock down here, threes, three is over here because of these two threes and that three over there. There's also a pair of threes there. She's getting there, that's good. Has she been scared at all? Got 4 there because of these 2 4s and that 4. So my friend Elaine is doing playing a horror game at the moment, although Juice is insisting that it's not really that scary because it's kind of like cutesy. It's made by using RPG Maker, which is kind of like cutesy artwork, I suppose. So 5's there, but I wouldn't say it's that cute. I think you can still bring somber using animate style, not just animate style, but kind of the style that they're using. I can actually tell these are both also 6s as well, because this 6 and that 6 locks a pointer pair of 6s, so these are 5s and 6s, so that was convenient that they were next to each other numerically. 7's over there and over here, because 7's can only go in columns 1s and 3 in these 2 cages. So can I do anything else with 7's? I can place a 7 here because of this 7. Oh, actually, there's a pointed pair of 7's because of the 5 and 6. Okay, so let's move on to 8. I can pencil mark in those 8s, and that's an 8 and 7, because that 8 and that 8 creates a pointed pair of 8, locking the 8 up there because of that 8 as well. So that resolves to 7 as well. So now I'm left with a 2 on this column, and that leaves me a pair of 2's there. The 2's have to be on rows 1 and 2 in these 2 cages, so there must be a 2 down there. In fact, that is a triple. Let's stick to the purist method and not pencil marking triples. So if that's the case, then I'm left with 1's. 1's are over there as well. Oh, actually, point a pair of 1's here, so that has to be the 1. Anything down here? 1's? Not really. And, ooh, pardon me. Just had a burp. I've got 2 here and 9 here as well, so for now I can't pencil mark them in. I've also got 9's locked in those cells. 9, 7 and 2's. I can place 2 over there, which resolves to 2 and 6 and the 9, which means the 9 is here, 7 is there, and if that's a 7, this has to be the 7 as well, which means there's a pair of 7's down here, and I think that's all I can do with the 7's. So these are now 4's and 6's. No, not 6's. I've got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4's and 8's. Apologies. I still can't really pencil mark in this triple because they're 2's and 9's and I can't see where they go. But if I look at this cage, can I see anything in this cage at all? 1, 3, so I'm missing 3 and 5, so no, I can't pencil mark those in. I think it's time to move on. I think I've looked at the 5's, haven't I? So let's look at 6's. Oh, I did look at the 6's as well, but the board has changed a little bit. So let's see if we can do anything. Yes, I can pencil mark in a pair of 6's there because there's a triple and this cell can't be a 6. I'm also looking for 2 and 9. So I've got a unique triple there. So I've got quite a bit of restrictions now in this cage. So 3's go there, 1's go in these 3 cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's are locked in these 2 cells, 6, 7, 8. So I haven't pencil marking the 1, so this is a 1 or an 8. Okay, so are there much restrictions with the 8s? No, the 8s can go in these cells, so I've got 1 8 pair there, which is not really that useful for us, I don't think. Although this is a 1 and 8 as well, plus potentially something else. Let's have a look at it. What am I missing in this? Oh, I'm missing a 9 and a 6 as well, which can go in all of those cells as well. So, yep, let's move on. Let's look at 8s in general. I can pencil mark in the 8s in here. Let's move on to 9s now then. 9s, got a pair of 9s down here. Ah, that's interesting because the 9 here restricts a pointer pair of 9s there as well. So I've actually got 9x wing. So the 9 has to be on this row as well, but it's not super useful right now. So I've got 8, 9, 6 and 1 are what I'm looking for. So that means this is a 1-6 pair. Interesting. I'm a bit disappointed that I suppose LA times Sudokus can be quite tricky actually, so let's do some more notations and see if we can do more restrictions. But I do feel like it would help a lot if I do more pencil markings basically. For now I may change text a little bit and look at all the empty cells because I haven't got many. There's a chance that if there's a naked single they will be in those empty cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, missing a 5 and a 6 and a 7, so that's no good. I think I know this is a 1 and 6. What about this? Missing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing a 6 as well. But I can see 7, 8, but not 9. Okay, so that's quite a few numbers. 1, 2, 3, missing a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, missing a 9, so that's 4 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, missing a 6, 9 and 4, 4, 6 and 9, so not useful. Yeah, I really don't like being too rigid with Snyder notations because yeah, it's making it a bit awkward, I have to admit. Yeah, let's try and look at the if there are any weak areas. So for instance, I've got 7, 9 and 5, 5, 7 and 9, and 5s can go in every single one of these cells. So, but hang on, 7 can't go in there, so that's 5 and 9. 9 can't go in there, so that's 5 and 7. So it's not useful really. Yeah, I'm really struggling now, so I think I'm going to do my normal way of solving Sudokus and actually pencil marking everything that I can see, because it will unlock additional kind of patterns for me. So 1, 2 and 9 there. Okay, I'm not going to pencil mark in this quadruple because this cell can also take the 1 and the 6 and that will confuse me. But in this case I'm missing 1 and 8 and I have a feeling that it'll be okay. Yeah, I can pencil mark in these because I'm not going to stack too many numbers, so I'm only getting like 3 candidates maximum per cell, so that is useful potentially. What about here? I'm missing 6, 7. Yeah, that's quite a lot of numbers. 6, 7, 6, 7 and 5. 5, 6 and 7 are missing. So let's see. Is that going to be too cluttered? 5, 6 and 7. It may be okay actually. So I know that 6s go over here. I'm not too sure. Actually, this cage is safe to pencil mark in because the maximum I can get will be 3 digits. So what am I missing? I'm missing 3s, which are on this row, and 5, which can go everywhere except for this cell. So I'm only getting like 3 candidates. And this is what I mean by it being useful, because now that I've pencil marked in the triples, I've revealed another. Now that I'm pencil marking everything, I've reviewed a triple on this row. I've reviewed the 1, 3 and 8 triple, which I wouldn't have seen if I didn't break out the Snyder notations. If I was rigid about it, I would never put pencil marking this 3. So there's actually a 1, 3, 8 triple there, which means this can't be an 8. So I've just unlocked an 8, 8, 4. So I think this is the argument against being too strict with your pencil markings. I do think with New York Times Sudoku, it is quite often possible to solve them without using with being quite rigid with Snyder notations, but sometimes it does. I think when you go beyond New York Times, there's definitely limitations. So what's interesting on this row now is I've got 1, 3, 8 as a triple. That leaves me a 2, 9 pair, and I've got a 2 and 9 up there as well. So that means there are no more 2s and 9s on this column. So I can actually remove that 2 and place the 2 and 7. So that's further giving me unlocks. And again, this is something that I think I wouldn't have spotted if I had been rigid about the Snyder notations. Of course, it's about Sudoku is about enjoying it, doing it the way that you enjoy it. So I'm definitely not against purist Snyder notations, but I think if you get stuck, it is worth breaking out of it just to see what patterns you may be missing out on, and if your objective is just to solve it with logic, then definitely worth stepping out of Snyder notation sometimes. But I do think it's good to not pencil mark in everything if you can, because a lot of times you don't need it, and it's quite satisfying to solve a puzzle without pencil marking in everything. So I'm just going to drink some water because my throat is getting a bit dry. Okay, and I'm back. So I've got triple on this column here, and it's 1, 9, 1, 9, and 6. And I can't deduce any of those numbers. That's disappointing. So, however, 1, 9, and 6, I can deduce that this is a 6 and 9 because I've got 1 in the cage. And look, I've got a 1, 6 pair. Sorry, I've got a 6, 9 pair there. So that leaves me with 1, 3, 5, and 4. I've got 1 and 5 there in these two cells, so that implies that they have to be 3s and 4s. So I've actually got 3, 4 pair locked in these two cells because of the 1, 5 in the cage. So in essence, I've unlocked the 3s over there. So I think that reveals a 3 over there. I've still got 1, 5, 8 triple, and I don't think that's changed anything with with this cage. It just made it a pointed pair. So I think now in this cage it is a Snyder notation it has now become Snyder notations basically. Now let's look at this cage. I've got a triple of 6, 9 and something, so 6, 9 and 2. So again, normally I would pencil mark them in, so let's do just that. So 2, 6 and 9, although actually I've surmised that this is not a 6, because of that 6. So 6s are locked in there, 2s are locked in there. Oh, actually 9 can't, 9 can't go in there, so this is technically still in Snyder notation formation. So 2s and 9s there was used to deduce that number. So I've got another quadruple of 3, 4, 5 and 6 in this case. And I don't think I can do anything with it because I suppose I can see a 6 in there, but basically I think that forms a kind of not quite unique but quite a unique quadruple. Maybe it's worth just, actually this can't be a 6 either because of that 6, so that resolves the 2, the 9 and a 6, and also that resolves the 6 over there and the 9 and the 2, so somehow missed that by accident. This 8 resolves the 8, 1 and 5 over there, and that 5 now resolves the 7, 5, 1 and 3. So I am now left with, this can't be a 7 anymore, so 7 is down here. These are actually 9s and 5s, and that's okay. So I've got 5, oh no, that's a quadruple, so 5, 6 and 8 on this column. So I've got 5 and 8 looking into this cell, so this must be the 6. And if that's the 6, I've just deduced the 5 and 6 over there. And what else can a 6 do? Oh, have I made a mistake? No, I haven't. I've got 6 and 8 over there. So 6 is also locked in these 2 cells. Feels like this is discernible. Oh, it's a 1 and 9. Okay, so 1s can only go in these 2 cells in this cage, therefore I've got 1-9 pair pushing out the 8, and the 8 resolves the 6 and the 8, and that 6 just resolved that 6 over there, which is really powerful because it breaks the 3 and 5 at once, and that 5 resolves the 5 and 9 over there, resolving the 1 and 9, 9 over there, 4 over there, 4, 3 resolved. This 2 had already resolved the 2, and that 9 now resolved the 1 and 9, so that has to be the 1, and that's today's LA Times Expert Sudoku. So I'm going to stop the stream now and go back to watch my friend play the horror game. Hopefully she's still doing that. Yes, she is. And I'll be back later to do the rest of the Sudokus. So what I may do is end the stream, restart it, and then kind of get back on the Sudokus in a moment. So for anyone watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow. Actually, no, I will see you kind of tonight, because I will be putting in the I'll be doing the New York Times Sudoku tonight before midnight in the UK, because they become live after 11 o'clock. So see you guys until then.